Believe it or not, American Dream in East Rutherford is finally a reality, and Sloan and Company played a huge part in making that happen, and for their efforts are receiving DISCA's Retail Project Award. Although Sloan did and continues to do a considerable amount of work throughout the complex, there are a couple of places where their craftsmanship really shines.
One of the highlights to this project was the barrel ceiling we did in the collections part of the building, which is the high-end stores.
The 700-foot long by 90-foot wide ceiling was hung from an existing roof structure and is at its highest point 62 feet above the level 1 floor. In order for Sloan's crew to work at this height, a large and complex scaffolding structure was erected to support a skip plank and plywood deck 45 feet above level 1. On top of the deck, additional scaffolding was used to allow access to the ceiling work. Because of the curve of the ceiling and the order in which each phase of work needed to be completed, the scaffolding atop the deck never stayed in any one place for any great length of time.
So that made a challenge because we were constantly breaking down scaffolding, building scaffolding, breaking down scaffolding, building scaffolding throughout the whole time while on top of this platform.
To start, workers had to attach pencil rods to the existing roof deck, then hang metal joists off of these 10 feet below. From the joists, they hung over 700 different metal stud panels that were pre-bent for the shape of the ceiling. The sheer quantity of framework needed is almost mind-boggling. With the structure in place, Sloan got busy sheathing the entire thing with over 45,000 square feet of half-inch plywood. On top of this, they installed over 55,000 square feet of half-inch gypsum and then went back and spackled every seam. They coated this with 55,000 square feet of level 5 spray. At this point, work on the ceiling wasn't even close to being done. The ceiling design called for an elaborate web of raised accents along with light pockets.
We got together with our partners from Doorframe and from Formglass to help us design this ceiling so that it could achieve what the design team was looking for.
This involved installing over 780 GFRG shapes, some as big as 15 feet long, and needing 5 men to install. Like a giant puzzle, each piece had to fit precisely. What at first looked a bit haphazard began to take shape into a veritable work of art. With the entire ceiling complete, workers started deconstructing the enormous scaffolding deck, first removing the plywood flooring and skip planks, then taking down the scaffolding itself. At long last, everybody got to see the finished ceiling in its entirety. Despite its location, size, and intricacy, the ceiling is absolutely flawless and intersects perfectly with the rest of the structure. Sloan was also responsible for capping one end of the space below the ceiling. Here too, the end result is striking. The entrance to the collections area includes some of Sloan's handiwork as well, in the form of a round floating drywall ceiling with custom GRG shapes. The structure complements the ceiling design in the collections hall and features a lit crystalline chandelier.
The team I had, I couldn't have done it without them. We were able to break this up and run it very efficiently and stay forward with getting stuff done on time and on schedule, and very happy to have those guys with me.